Let's start with Gujarat Titans. There you go. So what have they done? They've retained five players: Rashid Khan, Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Rahul Tewatia, Shah Rukh Khan. Their total purse is 69 crore. That's their remaining purse. Now let's talk about what they would want to do and what they would, like to do. So Srini, you see Gujarat Titans, already a champions once, reached the final the second time, third time, new captain Shubman Gill couldn't replicate it. So, what will be their thought process? Here we have talked about what our consensus is. और आप जो देख रहे हो ना, aim, RTM, and big targets. This is the consensus of our panel. So we'll also get their thoughts overall. So aim would be to rebuild their pace attack, get a good keeper batter who can potentially open or maybe a number three bat because they have been fiddling with that. अगर आप मैथ्यू वेड देखो या वृद्धिमान साहा देखो, they've been fiddling with that. That has been their thinking in the past. I would suggest that they would go on with the same thinking. Srini, let's start with you on this.
For me, when I think about Gujarat Titans, okay, I don't see them going for Shami. I'm just taking that off my mind. They will not do an RTM for Shami because they see Shami as a guy who's in the last phase of his career. Injuries will now keep piling up, etc. Unavailability will keep piling up. Now, coming back to the top order, the one thing that stood out for me,
Yeah.
until last year, the whole discussion revolved around the absence of
Yes.
Hardik Pandya and that
Hmm.
extra onus on Shubman Gill as captain and
Yeah.
again the lead batter.
Yeah.
But you look at the way Gujarat Titans were blessed in rotating the middle order between Vijay Shankar, Sai Sudarshan, and Abhinav Manohar.
Yeah.
You know, the order they would get in Vijay Shankar every now and then, and I would finally see the 3D player in him that I never saw. You know, so I like the truth is Gujarat Titans made me see it.
Yeah.
And thankfully so.
Hmm.
So I don't know. They will have to work their way around that pieces that used to keep falling in place for them. That is
Yes.
something they have to work around. And
Hmm.
if they indeed are not interested in retaining Chami again, then
Hmm.
that's a gaping hole. That's a very very big hole, especially when
And
playing in Hyderabad.
yeah. And I would
So
like to
that
interject here because जो आप gaping hole की बात कर रहे हो, so you know what teams try to do? They go for like replacement. Sahil. So if you're missing out on somebody, Mohammad Shami, you look at the marquee groups. Sahil, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So अगर आप marquee groups देखोगे, you have filled with bowlers.
Yeah,
Arshdeep, Mitchell Stark, ठीक है,
yeah,
Rabada. So you want to replace him with that kind of a bowler. Mohammad Siraj, maybe Mohammad Siraj needs a different scenery. You never
yeah.
know. So what are your thoughts on GT? What are they going to look at? David Miller, Noor Ahmed, they might go with an RTM with one of them. But otherwise, with the keeper, with the big batter and the big pacer, I think these two are going to be their big targets.
Has to be. That Riddhiman Saha experiment just didn't yield them consistent results which they would have liked. It was
Yeah.
just that six over का lottery जो रिद्धिमान साहा को बोलते थे ऊपर जाके जा जितना
Hmm.
मारना है मार. I think
Hmm.
they have that obsession with a left arm fast bowler. From
Yeah.
Yash Dayal to their
Yes.
bids for Joshua
Yes.
Little, Spencer Johnson, if I'm not wrong. Then
Yeah.
they did go the distance with Mitchell Stark as well. So
Well, their coach is a left arm pacer, right? Ashish
correct,
Nehra. So
correct, correct,
no
correct.
surprise there.
So
Yes.
I think one left arm fast bowler will be on their radar. That
Hmm.
variety just adds up for the Narendra Modi
Yeah.
Stadium. And
Yeah.
so I think a left arm fast bowler and Mitchell Stark could well be on the radar. Could well be on the radar.
Right. This is we'll welcome Gaurav Gupta to the show now. एक बात बता दूं, हमने ना अपनी सारी 10 टीम्स जो हैं हमारे 5 पैनलिस्ट ने डिवाइड कर ली थी. दिस इज अ कलेक्टिव होमवर्क, but there's also like a personal perspective as well. So this is Gaurav Gupta's homework per se, and then we all give our opinions on this. Gujarat Titans. Gaurav, you thought about David Miller, Noor Ahmed, yes, but now we are targeting the big targets. Ishan Kishan. Now Mumbai will be, they'll have to spend big money to get him back. They can't do the RTM with him, right? This opens up Gujarat Titans, जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे. And Shubman Gill is a big friend as well, so these connections also work, right? So your thoughts, Ishan Kishan, and we'll take comments here as well. Reed Savla says Ishan Kishan to GT is almost a here we go. It's a perfect fit. Ashwin says Devon Conway, but I think Devon Conway will be in the first group. so of batters. So CSK might go for them. Sanjay says they could go for Stark. They went all the way last time before missing out to KKR. Srini, MI have been very bullish on Ishan Kishan. Last mega auction, they overspent on him. This time, what do you think? GT will go big on Ishan Kishan with that keeper batter who can bat in the top three, top four. And let's get Manuja also
Yeah,
on
I
this.
mean,
Manuja has not spoken on
yeah,
this. Yes, Srini.
you're not going to look at that kind of spending that happened for Ishan Kishan, that
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
it happened the last time. Ishan and
yeah,
obviously, what's his name, Shreyas Iyer, around
yeah.
that 14-15 CR range.
Yeah.
I don't see that kind of spending happening again.
Hmm.
That said, these guys don't have a wicket keeper. Last I saw, they had three wicket keepers. Suddenly, they don't have even one.
Yeah.
So, which
They'll be
means
going for two at
potentially,
least. Yeah, potentially they'll be going for
exactly,
two.
going by their own average, they have to shop for two wicket keepers, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I guess that Ishan. I mean, how many? I mean, I would love if you have a list actually, because how
Hmm.
many Indian wicket keepers are there in the frame?
Okay. So we didn't
From
create
that
a
standpoint.
graphic for this. Yeah. So we didn't create a graphic for the list of players because it's such a big list. But I'll tell you, in
Hmm.
the marquee, we only have Rishabh Pant as the big keeper, the Indian keeper. जहां तक हम Indian keeper की बात करें, so we only have Rishabh Pant. But then you look at the first batch, उसमें आपके पास ईशान किशन है, you have Jitesh Sharma. So these two are the big. So these
Great
three are
names,
going to be the big
both
names:
important.
Ishan Kishan,
Yeah.
Jitesh Sharma, and Rishabh Pant. Yeah, go ahead, please.
With GT, I think it's a toss up between Phil Salt, a dark horse there, because you've already spent considerably on your retainers. Will be
Hmm.
Jitesh Sharma. Jitesh Sharma is not a bad option at all for GT to go for if you want to spend big on your pacers.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to spend on say Ishan or Rishabh Pant, you really need to build a pace attack there, and you're left with, and you need a senior leadership group there. You have Rashid
Yeah.
Khan in your spin thing, but you need a lead pacer there. So if that is what you're going to splurge on, and I think that way you'll have to cut back on your options for wicket keepers.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
scenario, I think Phil Salt is absolutely the best fit there. My number two option is Jitesh Sharma.
Okay. Okay. एक point हम यहाँ पे कहते हैं, and we'll take we'll take your comments one by one as well, as many as we can. We can't take all comments. एक बात यहाँ पे जरूर कहनी होगी कि auction dynamics come into play a lot. Of course, you're talking about the Pacers, then the marquee में who knows, maybe the Pacers will come along. Marquee में you have Josh Butler and Rishabh Pant, they might not want to spend big on them, because if they spend big on the Pacers, as Manuja said, and then they go on to the keeper bunch, और वहाँ पे जितेश शर्मा पहले आए और ईशान किशन बाद में आए, and you don't want to miss on Jitesh Sharma. So these are players who are going to be in big demand. We'll take one final comment from Reed Savla, who's saying they can RTM Spencer Johnson recently picked up fiver against Pakistan, so recency bias can be the factor. Absolutely, recency bias हमने factor देखा ही है. Abhishek Paul says Gurbaz can be a value buy.